Today we are taking on a brand new cocktail that has just arrived at Oga's Cantina, the Coruscant Cooler. Let me teach you how to make it, and let's see if I can truly out-drink Disney, out-mix Disney, whatever you want to call it, let's do it. That's very weak, but here we are. All right, the Coruscant Cooler is actually a pretty classy cocktail. We're gonna start with some bourbon, nothing too crazy, but then we have the delicious maraschino. Now, some people say maraschino. I say maraschino when I'm talking about the cherries, maraschino when I'm talking about the Italian liqueur. But any is gonna be right. You also wanna grab a nice vermouth, which is tough, but this is the classic, the Martini Rosso, sweet vermouth. This actually, guys, believe it or not, is made from wine. So once you open this, you're gonna wanna keep it in the fridge. This is not something you can just throw on the shelf unless maybe you're in a high volume bar and you're gonna use it in the next 24 hours to 48 hours. But if you're like me and you're just having it at home, keep this chilled in the fridge once you open it. And it's not gonna last forever. I would check on it after a month, maybe 3 months tops. But a lot of people don't realize that Martini and Rosso, sweet vermouth, any sweet vermouth for that matter, is a red wine, and it should be chilled and it won't last forever like the other liquors. Now for the less exciting stuff, we're gonna throw some cranberry in here, juice from one juicy lime. Had we not had this lime, and I think you could experiment, I think this would have benefited greatly from some orange bitters, some Angostura bitters, and we would have had a mixable cocktail instead of shaken, but we're doing what Disney wants, so let's do it. We're gonna make this easy on it. 1 ounce of bourbon to get us started. Again, this is a little bit more forward than some of the other cocktails, so you might want to choose a nice bourbon, but I don't think it's necessary. I never do, so use your own discretion there. Then we'll add 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. Delicious. If you like red wine, which I don't. Can I give you guys a pro tip that I never follow up on? When you're pouring, it's super easy. And I always forget, just place that cap in your hand and guess what? You'll never lose the cap, ever. Because it's always in your hand when you're pouring. But I forget because I'm a terrible person. Let's add 1/2 ounce of lime juice. I got it. On the first try, I got it. This is a great day. I think I've been doing this since we started. Since I started this YouTube channel, I mean, since I started consistently posting back last September, I have been consistently flipping lemons, flipping limes, even today, threw one on the ground. And never have I ever got it to land perfectly. I've almost done it, never done it. Here we are, the Coruscant Cooler. I don't care if you taste like garbage. It's a good video, it's a good day. Wow, we are living in the future. Or the past, since Star Wars actually happened in the past. Fun fact, you know, I feel like a lot of people don't realize that. And even though, you know, let's test it, guys. You guys that watch this, you're Star Wars fans. Camera guy Ivan. He is not a Star Wars fan. Ivan, did you know Star Wars takes place in the past?
Nope.
What's the opening line of Star Wars, though?
A long time ago or something like that.
He knows the opening line, but he doesn't know it took place in the past. He didn't even think about it. That's how iconic Star Wars is, and that's how they sneak stuff in on you. Little trivia or something there. I don't know what that was. Just bullying, I guess. All right, and now let's do, I don't want to overkill this. We already have the red wine sweet vermouth vibe in there. So I don't think we need 2 ounces of cranberry, but I think we need more than 1 ounce. So let's just cut it right down the middle, 1.5 ounces. Now this is pretty strong for a Disney cocktail, so you might want to do something closer to 2 or even 3 ounces, but I think we can always, you know, we can start with the 1.5 ounces and we can always go up from there. Time to shake. And there it is, guys, the Coruscant Cooler. Cheers to the new galactic empire. That's good. It's kind of like a cranberry Manhattan. I don't get much of the cherry in there, which is crazy. This is a quality cherry maraschino liqueur. But I'm not getting a lot of cherry vibes. I think it's overpowered by the sweet vermouth. I think it's also a little bit of the cranberry, but that's not a bad thing. Overpowered does not mean not balanced. They're two totally separate things, and this is a balanced cocktail. If you like your cocktails a little bit more alcohol forward, this is the drink to order at Disney. It's nothing groundbreaking. I don't feel like it's that fitting for Coruscants. As a Coruscant cooler, maybe they're going for like a wine cooler vibe. And I guess if you want to say, you know, Coruscant is the equivalent of Manhattan, I can see the vibe. I can see like a Manhattan wine cooler would be the equivalent of a Coruscant cooler, but I'm just not loving it. I like it if that's what they meant to do. Cool, that's awesome and incredibly creative. But I have a feeling that it just happened this way because Disney hasn't gone that in depth with any of their other drinks. I think they just saw Manhattan was popular and wanted to twist it up with a little bit more friendly flavors. Again, if you're doing this at home, I think the measurements were spot on, but if you like your drinks a little bit sweeter, toss in a little bit more cranberry, but otherwise a perfectly balanced cocktail. But here's something I do wish Disney would do. They don't like to garnish their cocktails. Unless it's like the over top one, like the Angry Bloody Rancor gets not only bacon, but a meringue bone. What the hell is that about? Why do they go over the top? The Fuzzy Tauntaun gets the buzz foam. But this can't even get a cherry or something fun. You can literally order, look at this guys. I'm so excited. I have burgundy cherries. These would actually be perfect. You know, you're Disney, buy the Regal cherries in bulk, toss them on drinks, little wow factor. I don't know, I just wish Disney did care a little bit more about their garnishes. I know a lot of times these are coming in plastic cups. They're in to-go spots around the park, but I think just throwing in a colored cherry, an orange slice would do a lot more for the drink, and that's probably my only complaint about it. Other than that, Disney, this is a very solid drink. I'm very happy with it. Cheers to Coruscant and to the new galactic empire.